This man has no arms. But instead, they are extremely scary scissors. His face is full of scars. It's because he wasn't careful enough to injure himself. This man's name is Edward. He lives, she reads, in an abandoned castle. This professor is Edward's father. He made Edward all the things that humans have, but when he was about to fix Edward's arm, unfortunately, the heart disease recurred. Just like that, Edward lives alone. Life goes on alone. Until one day, Mrs. Peg, a makeup dealer, comes to the castle. When Mrs. Peg opened the door to come in, she was very surprised. A picture-like scene appeared. All those trees are Edward's work. Mrs. Peg stepped inside. When I see Edward, she was scared.
I'm not finished.
Oh! Put those down. Don't come any closer. Just, please.
Edward is very obedient. Tell him to stop, he will stop. Mrs. Peg is also very quick to not be afraid anymore. Mrs. Peg is very kind. She looked at the wounds on Edward's face. She even put medicine on Edward. Then Peg decided to take Edward home. On the car, Edward looked out the window. This colorful, vivid world. Something Edward had never seen. Edward is very excited.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be.
Mrs. Peg brought Edward home. She also carefully introduced her family members. Soon Edward's eyes lit up. Because Edward saw one lovely, beautiful girl. Make Edward. Originally a cold robot. Right now, there's more love in his heart. Peg gives Edward a set of clothes. Tell Edward to go to her daughter's room, Kim, to change. But Edward's pulling hands started causing trouble. Edward carelessly tore Kim's waterbed. Get wet. Edward can't even dress himself. In the end, even tore the straps. Till night. Edward and everyone had dinner. But Edward's big and stupid hands makes Edward unable to eat like a normal person. In the end, Edward only had to eat some bread. I don't know if I've eaten enough or not. But the next day, the effect of scissors-like hands is brought into play. Because Edward had experience. Edward also actively does housework. The garden is messy. Edward transformed into a dinosaur. Edward even created pictures of his family members. Everyone who saw it enjoyed it. Not long after, the people in the town. Everyone knows of Edward's existence. They are very curious. They want to meet this talented guest. So, they threw a big party. A group of people surrounded Edward and laughed. It's like we've known each other for a long time. And the women also really like Edward. For them to say, Edward is like a miracle. So Edward is very charismatic. But the peaceful life did not last long. One night, Kim returns home from summer camp. But Kim didn't know about Edward's existence. Kim entered the room. She doesn't know. There's a strange man on the bed. Then Kim looked in the mirror and saw Edward. Edward Scissorhands. Tear the bed. Water gushing out. Scared Kim ran out. Kim's parents rushed over. Then comfort Kim. Then at the request of Mrs. Peg, Kim is extremely unhappy but still greets Edward. Edward now. Edward just had a drink. He was no longer awake. Even though he met his goddess. But the spirit is not awake. Edward didn't even dare to say a word.
That was the single most thrilling experience of my whole life.
From that, Edward became a busy man. Edward doesn't just go to the scissors class. Edward also became a working artist. Edward is in charge of designing the green trees of the whole neighborhood. Not only that, but Edward also trims the pet's hair. The dog's owner loves this work. From then on, people queued up to wait for Edward to trim the dog's hair. No matter how complicated the request, Edward can make customers happy. Finally, the dog's owner also wants to experiment. Edward cut her hair. This is her happiest moment.
That was the single most thrilling experience of my life.
More and more people came looking for Edward to cut his hair. Under Edward's talent, Edward has created a lot of new hairstyles. Edward is getting more and more famous. Even the TV station is looking for Edward to interview. But when the host asked about it, he asked Edward if he liked girls. Edward said nothing. He just coldly looked at the TV. At the same time, the girl that Edward has a crush on is watching TV. Two people looking at each other on TV. Edward only knows how to use this way. Edward is brave enough to reveal his feelings. After Edward became famous, Peg helps Edward open a barbershop. Still planning to use the house as a mortgage? She borrowed a bank loan from Edward on behalf of Edward. But unfortunately, because Edward is a robot, so there is no identity card. So the bank refused Edward's loan request. At the same time, Kim's boyfriend Jim, because his parents don't give him money, so he's going to steal. He saw Edward's skillful hands. So Jim took advantage of Edward's love for Kim. Let Kim trick Edward into breaking the door lock. But unexpectedly, The police suddenly came. Door closes automatically. Edward is locked inside. The others left Edward behind. They drive away. Edward was taken away by the police. But in court, Edward did not disclose others. Edward alone bears the guilt. Dear Edward, the list goes on. Not only facing reporters, and the neighbors also started talking. But Edward didn't care. When Kim asked Edward why he did that, Edward immediately replied,
Because you asked me to.
but Kim didn't notice. Jim called Kim out. Edward is extremely sad. Edward started to show scary expressions. But in the end Edward still tried to hold back. Not long after, Christmas comes. That night, Kim suddenly looked outside in surprise. Things Kim sees. It's a sight that Kim has never seen before. A town that has never had snow. It's snowing again tonight. This was created by Edward. Edward tries his best to make snow. Kim is so happy. But now, Kim's hand was carelessly injured by Edward. Jim angrily scolded Edward. Jim pushed Edward.
Get the hell out of here!
So Edward left. Kim angrily reproached Jim. Tell Jim to get out of here quickly. But now Edward was extremely angry. He took off his clothes. Destroy your own work.
I'm calling the police!
Edward also broke the neighbor's tire. But even so angry, Edward also doesn't want to hurt anyone. Not long after, Kim reached out to Edward. Kim said to Edward. Edward put out his hands. Edward wants to hug Kim. But suddenly he stopped.
I can't.
Edward knows that his love will only bring pain to others. But Kim took the initiative to approach Edward, then carefully hug Edward. At this time Edward suddenly looked out. Kim's brother is walking on the street. One car is coming. Almost hit the boy. Edward immediately rushed out. Save the boy. But during the commotion accidentally injured the boy. The more Edward tries to help the boy, that makes the wound even more serious. A lot of people ran out to stop. More and more people surrounded Edward. Edward sat helplessly on the ground. Edward doesn't know how to explain it. Suddenly, Jim rushes in. He beat Edward. Edward, after being beaten, just stabbed Jim in the shoulder. At this moment, everyone sees Edward as a monster. Suddenly there's a police siren. The police are coming. Edward calmly looked at Kim.
Run.
Edward turned to run. No one dared to stop Edward. But the police did not chase Edward. The police just opened fire to scare Edward. Facing the skepticism of the neighbors, the police didn't even explain. Just drive away. But people are very curious. So they chased Edward to the castle. Kim made it to the castle first. Kim found Edward. At that time,
I didn't.
Kim ran out to stop Jim, but was pushed down. Edward got even more angry. Edward crawled on the ground unable to attack. Kim took the opportunity to pick up the tree, hit Jim. Then Kim took Edward's hand and threatened Jim.
Stop it, or I'll kill you myself.
Suddenly Jim kicked Kim out. Edward stood up to protect Kim. Jim continues to attack. Edward turned around. Edward stabs Jim in the chest, then pushed Jim out the window. Then Edward pulled out the scissors. Jim was thrown out, then fell down and died. All the heartbreaks that Edward had to endure. It's finally over. Not long after, people come to the castle. Edward and Kim know that it's time to say goodbye. Two people kiss goodbye. Kim runs down. Take one pair of scissors. To the castle gate. Kim facing everyone. Kim claims Edward and Jim. All are dead. Then hold scissors to prove. This is what Edward left behind. Everyone leave. The drama is finally over. Many years later, Kim becomes an old woman. Kim tells Edward's story to her niece. Although from that night, Kim didn't see Edward again. Kim always believed that Edward was still alive. Because every time winter comes, the town shouldn't have snow. It will all fall a lot of snow. No year has stopped. This is the proof of Edward's existence. As for Kim, Edward has always been a shy and lonely guy, but also secretly in love with Kim. In Edward's memory, Kim will never age. We each have a pair of hands from scissors. It's clumsy and ugly. It's not even careful to injure others, even hurting yourself. But it is the representative of our weakness. There are times it can also create the best memories in the world.